Good morning, I'm Lynn, and I'd like to wish everyone a happy Canadian Thanksgiving. Welcome to Ewetopia Farms. We're going to see how the bottle babies are making out. We're going to feed the sheep. We have an escapee lamb to deal with. We're going to move some more lambs and mums. We're going to cultivate the fields. We're going to have a little talk about soybeans. We have to deal with a sheep that's down, and we visit again with the sheep out at pasture. Plus so much more. So, let's get started. Still, the biggest and the smallest don't want to go on the feeder. The other four have got it down. Calamity's the smallest. And number 2 is the biggest. Number's 2 brother, the smaller brother, he goes on a feeder. This one's spoiled. So, Calamity just finished her whole bottle. What happens with bottle babies sometimes, remember Calamity didn't feel like eating much one day. I think they can get maybe a little bloated, and so from drinking the powdered milk, so if they had guzzled it down or ate just a little too much, then the next feeding they are not too inspired to eat. So Calamity was fussy on 2 of her feedings the other day, but now she's right back to normal. So because she's a little smaller, in her bottle I give her just a little bit less than the others until she grows bigger, so she doesn't overfeed and get maybe a tummy ache. So little 39 here, he was in the wash pen just because he was smaller. So I just grabbed him now and put him in this transfer pen. So he was in here, and we're going to put him in the good to go pen now, because aside from his size, I don't see any problem with him. There we go. You guys are going over shortly. There they go. Thanksgiving lamb. Come on, girls. What are you waiting for? Did you feed this barn yet?
Yeah.
Oh, because I'm thinking they're looking at you like they're expecting something maybe a little tastier than grass. So they'll eat that, and then they're going to get a bale of hay, because they've eaten the whole thing. And it looks like Jethro at the back pen is breeding someone. I thought I'd get down at sheep level here and see what it looks like to them when they're getting fed. Right now they're just looking for every morsel of corn or barley they can find. They eat the barley too, but if corn is there, they definitely seem to prefer the corn. I think it has more substance for them to chew on. Arnie's dropped a bale at the end of the feeder. He got it zoomed in, but he's way back there. Yeah. That's how far back he is. Hi, girls. Hi, what do you think? Hi. Hi. fell in right there. Oh. And now the rolling starts. So this is what it looks like if you got a bale coming towards you.
Hi, it's okay.
Stop, Arnie! So, they got a good bale of hay. They're happy about that. We leave the end there, and tonight he'll roll it back for them, just to keep it fresher. Someone asked about how our Shetland was doing, and I forgot to mention it. There she is. So, she's still here, and she's eating and stuff. What happened, I think, is she must have stubbed her foot or something, because she's limping just a little bit on her front leg. Can't see anything really wrong with it. So she was just sticking close to the barn because she had a limp. She still stays close to the barn, but she does go out with the others to graze all the time. So almost 17 now. She's doing well. This side is the little side. Nobody's on the box. This box is a little tall for these guys, maybe. And this is the older group. I think they're all getting their salt and mineral.
Hi, you guys. They're looking at the ramp. Oh, that was an attempt.
They're trying to tell you something. They're all watching Arnie. These guys haven't had creep yet.
But I think he's going to put a little bit out there, see if they'll go take some. Because they're actually watching him. There we go. We got some little ones on the big box. Well, oh yeah. So in this manger, I told you there's occasionally one that gets in. What he does is hops on the mom's back and jumps into the feeder. It's always the same one. It's number 3. She has no dot, so we know for a fact that she comes from this side, even if her number 3 wore off. Okay, so today isn't a very good day for us. We've got 2 major issues today. One, we've got a Dorset ewe and sheriff's group that has listeriosis. We just had her propped up by the wall here, and we've treated her with drugs, but she squirmed around and came over here now. So I gotta get her back to the wall so I can prop her up, and Arnie's gone to get me some water, so I'm gonna drench her so that she's at least hydrated. And we have Killer. He's got an obstruction. Looks like urinary calculi maybe, but it's way back, and things don't look good for him either. Okay, so I've given her drenches of water, made sure she swallowed it and it wasn't going right into her lungs. The prognosis on listeriosis is really low for recovery, but we'll try. We have found that doubling up on antibiotics can make a difference. So we gave her a long-acting, I guess she got it last night. Gave her a long-acting dose last night, and we gave her another one just now. Sometimes we find that hitting them hard will fix it. We've given her some water to keep her a little hydrated at least, and I'll keep doing that throughout the day until she gets better, or we have to put her down, or she passes away. So we'll see. Fingers crossed on her. Same prognosis with stones. Not very good at all. You can have the end of the urethra cut off to release stones, but the stones seem to be way far back in. And we've done that procedure before, and it worked temporarily and then built up again with the same result long term. It's not very good. With the rams now we make sure we have a mixture of limestone in with their grain. So we've heard that if you add limestone to the concentrate, that they will be way less likely to form stones. Some people say they won't at all. So we've been trying that for the last month, and we're going to keep that up, and hopefully it will never happen again, because it's an awful one as well. So now Arnie's doing some work on his disc, because he's going to be disking fields soon. He's going to be doing the barley field. The old barley field, that is. And looks like he had a flat tire, so I think he's fixing the tire.
What do you want to do?
I thought you were looking for me.
Yeah, I was actually getting a tire, but I thought.
So for now. Luckily we have a spare. He's going to put the spare on.
Wrong color.
And get the other one repaired in the meantime. Somebody asked about our numbers on how many lambs we had per ewe and stuff. So I just my other book is in the house, but I've got the last 27 are here, and I have 27 ewes that had 39 lambs. That works out to 1.44 lambs per ewe, which is not too bad considering I would say half of them are first timers and it's out of season, because normally a Dorset will do about 1.6. So pretty happy with that result, because see, it's twin, twins and singles on that page, twins, all singles on that page, all twins, oh no, one single, all twins. That's it for that book. So 1.44, I'm guessing if I get the other book it'll be the same thing. I find in the fall it's between 1.2 and 1.3, so 1.4 is actually a little better than we normally do in the fall. Okay, now we're bringing another group of sheep over to the Coveralls. Max, come here. Here, Max. Here, Max. Ben. Ben. Good boy. Good boys. Good boys. We want that side blocked. Good boys. Ben, stay there. Stay there. Ben, this way. Ben, lie down. Lie down. Oh, they're moving pretty good today. Ben, here. Good boy, Max. Lie down. Lie down. Max, Ben, come this way. Come here. Lie down, Ben. Hey, let Ben. Lie down, lie down. Lie down, lie down. So now I'm going to give these guys some fun. This is the watch group, but I've released everyone from the Good to Go group. And what I'm going to do is take down the dividing wall so they can have this whole pen to play in now. So they can run around. And when the other 4 lamb, they can just join this group in one big pen. That's fine. So I'm going to take the wall down. You guys are going to be happy. So they got the whole barn now to play in here. The wall's down. They can run up there, or they can run out there to actually see outside, because at the back there they can see outdoors. Right now they're just exploring the new part. But I imagine tonight they'll be quite excited when the ewes are getting fed,
because they'll have a really long place to have lamb races. Hi, girls. Hi, girls. That's quite a nice cluster you have there. There's always a leader in the pack. They see the dogs over there. Nice and orderly. That's the way to do it. They're all going in for a little drink of water, I think. And we're going to head back to the back of the field to see what Arnie's up to. Hi, girls. So this is our soybean field. As you can see, all the leaves are off it now. And the beans are just drying down. I imagine the combine's going to be coming very shortly to pick them up. And that's our forest in the background. We got some good color going there now. We had this little island in the field right here where there's a cluster of dead trees. Those are all ash trees. Every single one of them died this year. So they kind of make the picture not look so good anymore. But the maples, luckily nothing is attacking maples yet. So the maples still look really, really good. And the oaks had a little problem, but it looks like they've all come back and hopefully they won't have any more problems, because it's the hardwoods that give you the great colors. So we're back at the barley field, and by the look of it, it all grew back. It's not supposed to, but that's what happens. The seeds drop off and they actually self-seed. Makes you wonder why you need Monsanto. Anyways, Arnie's disking this field so it's prepared for planting in the spring. The beans are right behind him there, and he looks like a little putt-putt way back there. And this is the bean field. I'm thinking the beans did well this year. So for those of you that don't know what soybeans look like when they're in the pod, they grow up straight from the ground, straight up. And they have, well, it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Like they're like 10, 12 branches high, but each one forms little pods. And I don't know if you can see, but they're really hairy pods. And they call them beans, but they actually, I find they look more like peas. And inside you would, when it goes through the combine, the pod will be cracked. I'll crack one open. Inside that one only had 2 little beans in it, but a soybean looks like that. which again, to me, looks more like a pea. But that's a soybean. An extremely valuable crop for all sorts of products. It's a very high protein source, which is good for humans and animals alike. But it's kind of a weird looking crop. Not as cool as cotton. We don't grow cotton in Canada, but I always loved how cotton looked. I remember when I was a kid, I did a project in elementary school on cotton, and I contacted a cotton farmer in the States, and they actually sent me like a few stalks of cotton with the cotton, fluffy cotton part on it still, and I'll never forget that, because to me it was, I didn't ask for it. They were really nice, and to this day I find the cotton plants are extremely cool. But we don't have those in Canada. In this part of Canada, the main crops that we plant here would be the soybeans, barley, wheat, oats, corn. Some people do canola. And then the grasses. Those are the main things in this area for us. Someone asked about wildlife too, if we had moose and stuff, because of our travel vlog the other day. And there are moose here, but not in our area. Moose are farther north. They need a lot of forest and a lot of wetland for them to survive. So they're in more remote areas. They're huge animals, so of course they need a large land base and a large food source. And they like their privacy in the dark woods, and the swamps is where they get a lot of their food. So they're not here. Same with bears. You have to go quite a few hours north before bears come into play. The animals we're dealing with down south, we're right just above the American border, which for the Americans is north, but for us, we're south. And the wildlife here consists mainly of for mammals, it would be coyotes and deer. We do have other species, but very, very rare. Lynx and bobcats, but they're extremely rare. I've never seen one in my life. So there you can see the Shetland is out with the ewe lambs right now. So she's better than she was the other day. Hi girls, from Lynn and Keene. Happy Thanksgiving, and I hope you'll join us again tomorrow for the next episode at Ewetopia Farms.